Hi, this is Abby and there's Megan and this is Milo and we're in our kitchen and we're going to be making a series of videos to help you learn how to colour, how to be more confident when you're choosing colour, and just so that you can relax in and know that colouring, spirituality, mindfulness, and you don't have to stay in the lines, but you can learn a little bit too while you're doing it. So I hope you enjoy these, and leave us a note in the comments below. Let us know how you think it went, and if there's any other techniques you'd like us to do that we're not doing here, do let us know. Okay. What do you say, Milo? Who's that?
So in this video, we will be teaching you about how to choose your tools for colouring. My personal favourite are colouring pencils. I think that they're the most simplest colouring medium to use, and I find it really easy to blend, and you can do it on the go as well. So this is what it looks like whenever you have pencils. You can use them in pretty much any colouring book, any page, because these pencils, they don't soak through the back or anything, so you can use them pretty easily. Okay, so these tools here are actually crayons in pencil format. Twist them up, and they're pretty easy to use. My little sister Maya likes to use these. They come out like this. They're a little bit harder to blend, but they are still quite soft, and once you know how to use them, you can use them very easily. Crayons, I'm pretty sure, were the first tools that I used when I started colouring, and so they are a bit nostalgic for me, but I do prefer pencils these days. So another medium that you can use are markers. I don't really like markers that much. I find them to be a bit tricky to blend with, and the colours are pretty bright and pretty strong. So if you like that, good for you, but I don't really like it. Also, something that I find with markers is that they tend to leak through the page a little bit. So if you're going to use them in a book, I would recommend putting a blank page behind it to soak up the excess colour that comes out. These are just any random markers from a craft store. You can get it anywhere, and they work pretty okay. These markers will be good for books like Nourish, the wide tipped version, but if you are looking for more complicated versions, then I would recommend a smaller sized marker. And here is another one of my favourite mediums to use. I'm only starting to learn how to use watercolors. These are just some cheap ones that I got at Tiger for €2, but they work pretty well. Here it is. I like these ones because you can blend really easily, and you have a lot of control over what you're doing with the brush. But one downside of watercolors is that this paper isn't really watercolor paper, so it does bend a little bit here. These don't tend to leak through this version, but I would definitely recommend to have another piece of paper underneath it just in case. These are the brushes that I like to use for watercolors. I'm only beginning to learn how to use them, so these are pretty easy. It's like a pen and it has water in it, and you just squeeze it out and the water comes out, and you can control it really well. That's what I like. These are called Aqua Brush, and they were pretty cheap, maybe €8. I can't remember where I bought them. So today we looked at pencils, markers, crayons, and watercolors. Of course, there are loads of other mediums that you can use, but these are just the few that I've had experience with. My personal favourite is pencils and watercolors, but of course you can experiment with yourself and see which ones that you like best. Thank you for watching.
Do a better smile than
No.
that.